Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Jason W. Morrison, Theologist, New South Wales, Australia. We're going to go live. We'll see how we go today. We had Venora Moon got very involved yesterday. We've got some good feedback on the Watchtower studies. They're unreluctant, was saying that they water Jesus down like trying to have a cordial with no cordial in it. And I find that very, very, very troubling because it's particularly on the Satan, the Satan thing in that manual where it was telling you about Satan and all this. Jesus got a mention, but it didn't have any relevance. Revelation 12:11. We overcome Satan by the blood of the Lamb. Well, who's the blood of the Lamb? The blood of the Lamb was Christ. And we overcome Satan by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of our testimony, and we do not love our lives until the death. Now, what that basically means is you don't give up your belief on Christ, no matter what the circumstances. And that's not always true for everyone, but it is for many. In the Western countries and stuff, I don't think you have to struggle like the poor people that the Watchtower is trying to target now in the third world countries, because the Western world's waking up to it very quickly. I just put a story up about a Nigerian man. Who we got? We got the XJW born in. Caught one. Hello, mate. Good on you, mate. Yep. How you doing over there? Where are you from, XJW born in, if I could ask? Some guy in Nigeria's been interfered with. The report says that he wanted the transfusion, but the people, the Jehovah's Witnesses that come to the hospital, stopped him from having it. Apparently, the young brother even got involved, asking for them to give him the transfusion, and the JWs they blocked it, and the guys died. Now, one of his work colleagues has put the story up how she's bitterly disappointed and saddened about the fact that this guy lost his life. G'day, Kat Dodd. Hi, how you doing? Pennsylvania, US, and New York. Wow, Pennsylvania, isn't that over where the JWs originated? XJW born in. I'm over where I'm in the heart of the Australian Royal Commission, and you're over in the heart of where it all started, aren't you, Pennsylvania? How are you, Kate Dodd? I hope you're good. Thanks for joining us. Now, good on you. Good on you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm jumping out of my skin. We're going motorbike riding this morning. Beautiful day, middle of winter, Australia. Yes, it's sad to say. It is. Now, this guy in Nigeria, he wanted the transfusion. It tells you that in the report. I put it up in the latest news thing. He wanted the transfusion. Now, I don't know how that works. How did the pastors, the JW elders or whatever they call them, how do they stop the doctors from doing that if the patient's asking for the transfusion? And the little brother of the patient wanted him to have the transfusion as well. This guy's died. Now, we've got to get this story out there, because I think the legal systems now are starting to look at this. Now, what we need is a theologist or someone that can come in, right, for the legal systems and begin to show them the false doctrines, swearing on the Bible in the courts, and show them the false doctrines that the Jehovah's Witnesses have, right down to the 1914 debacle. Who agrees with that? So this guy's died. There's another one. What's that? 50,000 who's know what plus have died from the Jehovah's Witnesses blood doctrine. And so we've looked at the Watchtower study magazines. Look, they just go round and round in circles with the same themes, more or less, with no resolve. There's no resolve. You can't resolve things with just Jehovah alone. The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us that are being saved, it is the power of God. When Jesus died on the cross, Acts chapter 20, I want you to look this up. I'll write it in. Acts 20, verse 28. Now, when Jesus died on the cross, whose blood did he shed? Now, XJW born in. The blood card is being looked at closer, because although it's signed by the publisher, it's written and provided by the Watchtower. So if the legal system goes right, who's responsible for this death, XJW born in? Who are they going to hold accountable? They're going to have to hold accountable the elders and the excuse me for a minute, the elders and the people that interfere with the natural progression of the medical system of things within the hospital, aren't they? Who will be held accountable for that? Like if I was a policeman, I'd be running in, and my daughter's going to become a policewoman, which I'm very happy about. I'd be running in the elders. They'd be going straight down the police station, and then I'd be asking for the elders to get in their hierarchy, and I'd be confronting all of them. And what would they be charged with? They'd be charged with accessory to murder, wouldn't they, or something like that? I think in America, if you kill someone, you go to jail for life as well, don't you? They're a bit more lenient in Australia. But if you kill someone in America, you get life, don't you, over there? It's pretty scary what we see on the telly about America. So in Acts 20, verse 28, which I can't pull up because I'm live streaming, I want to ask you, whose blood did Jesus shed? Now, one of the things that a lot of religious people won't tell you is the fact that, and we've been going over this, when Adam ate, why did he eat? Well, he ate because he loved Eve. He didn't eat because he was an idiot. And our identity as believers goes back to a love story. In Romans 5:14, I'll put this down, Romans 5:14. Whoops, bear with me, listeners. Romans 5:14. Adam is a type of Jesus. Now, how can Adam be a type of Jesus? Because when he ate because he loved Eve. When Jesus died on the cross, he died on the cross because he loved us. But there was a second aspect to that. He died on the cross and shed God's blood, Acts 20:28, because God took responsibility. And this is where people don't want to hear this. God took responsibility for what's happened to us as well. And how could that be? Because when you were born, you weren't asked to be, you didn't ask to be born into sin, did you? So when Jesus died on the cross, like when Adam ate, we were involuntarily put into sin. When Jesus died on the cross, there's a majority element where we have been moved into righteousness. Now, if Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith, then he has moved us into righteousness via our faith. There's more to Jesus than what there ever was to Adam. So if Adam, by doing what he did, consequentially moved us into sin, helped us to be born into sin, how much more, Hebrews said, by the better covenant did Jesus move us into righteousness? Now, that concerns people because it puts an involuntary aspect on it, but the aspect of it is, it has to be that Jesus has everyone covered. Now, XJW born in says, usually it's who has the money to sue. The ones who become, this is about the people dying under the blood doctrine, the ones who become responsible for the ones lawyers go after. It's got to be straightened out so the watchtower gets the legal ramifications. And I think they're looking at it. There were so many things that come out of the Australian Royal Commission. I think there's people behind the scenes that are trying to find legal ways to sort this out. But I think they're going to need a theologist with a legal qualification that can come in and just say it's wrong. They say Russia's hard, but Russia got straight to the point, didn't they? And they fixed the problem. They didn't want to argue about it. They didn't want to nonsense around with it. They knew there was something wrong with the organization. It was going to cause harm to people, and they kicked it out. And I've got a funny feeling, given some of the other countries in Europe that are upset with this organization, Netherlands, Finland, I don't know, Sweden, I think, and Australia, I think we might see a lot happen in the next 5, maybe 10 years to this organization. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, I want to mention Kim and Mikey's video that they put out yesterday. They come up with some interesting things on figures. There's not as many Jehovah's Witnesses as you think, There really isn't. And they've got legitimate grounds with the figures that they share because they've got information from inside the watchtower that shares what the real figures might be more accurately be. So there's not much more to say at this point. I've got a couple of videos that I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to take my beautiful missus up for a hamburger at the bike place. I might do a live there just to show you that you've got to get out and live. And thanks, XJW Born In, for your input today. I don't know where this blood doctrine is going to go. There's been another person die in Nigeria. It's hit the media. And there's some conflicts in this one because they did ask. He asked himself for a transfusion, and the Jehovah's Witnesses have said Jehovah will look after you, and they've allowed him to die. Now, it's caused upset, a lot of upset. What else can I mention before I go? Okay, not much. So I do want to wish you well. I've got a lot on this morning, and over the next 3 weeks, I will keep trying to feed videos out and do stuff to keep people inspired. XJW Born In says, thank you, God bless you. We are so happy you're an activist with us. Well, I can't stand the Jehovah's Witnesses, mate. Not the people, but the organisation. Just the blatant, utter lies. Oh, and I don't understand how these people can believe it. Chronicles of AJ. How do I protect my wallet from women? Well, you don't. You pretend you're poor. That's how you do it. You pretend you're poor. You ask for a date. You go out and you say, I've left my wallet at home. There you are. AJ Chronicles. You go on a date and you say to the Mrs. Arms or the woman, I'm sorry, I've left my wallet at home. And if you can salvage a relationship from there, good on you. One of the consequences and it's worth it, is you have to, you don't buy love, but it does cost you one way or another. So good on you. He's a dry old fella. They took his show off him in the end and he died. It broke his heart and he died. So good luck, everybody. Get out and live. Don't waste today. It's the middle of winter here in Australia. There's not a cloud in the sky, no wind. It's about 3 degrees. It'll get up to about 17 degrees. And this is Pro Theologist. Look forward to hearing from you on the comments. Bye for now. Remember this. Jesus and his finished work has settled everything between us and God for time and eternity. Yeah, Benny Hill, XJW, Born In. He's such a funny old man. When they took his show off him, it broke his heart and he died. They found him dead in his house.